So what happens when the bright white sticker on your go-to vitamin bottle isn't telling you the whole truth? I'm Walter Crane. For 10 years, I've been digging through the fine print of the wellness world, exposing the sneaky shortcuts that regulators would rather sweep under the rug. And here's what the papers didn't cover. You're about to see the clean labels hiding outright lies, meet the whistleblower inside the system, and find out why your wallet and your well-being are on the line. The work you're about to watch is built on court records, public filings, and on-the-ground interviews. A few names have been tweaked to keep the people behind them safe. New Zealand's Commerce Commission just hit Life with fresh charges for slapping unverified health claims on bottle after bottle. Source: those slick white labels aren't accidents, they're weapons. The blank canvas tricks your brain into believing the science is solid. Behind the glare of natural immunity support and vitality boost, there's often nothing but hot air and zero published studies. Meet the regulator who finally snapped. Dr. Maya Rokawa, a senior investigator with the Commerce Commission, grew up in a family of pharmacists and recognized the same polished boxes on pharmacy shelves that she'd once advised patients to second-guess. Her internal memo, leaked through an FOIA request, spells it out. Right now, our labeling rules are basically an open door for market leaders to peddle unverified promises under a veil of sterility. Source: fast cuts flicker across the screen. A Life bottle bathed in white, the words all natural stamped in gold leaf. The footnote may improve energy, reduced to a ghost in the corner. Then real voices roll in. Mom of two. I picked it because it looked so clean, and the marathon runner who gulped it down. I felt steady for weeks, then suddenly my balance went sideways. Why should you care? Start with the health angle. New Zealand's own Ministry of Health is crystal clear. Every health claim has to ride on real science. Source: Life's wares, though, are quietly packed with hidden fillers that can throw prescription meds out of whack. Exactly what Consumer NZ flagged in its latest supplement safety deep dive. Source: flip to the legal side and the stakes climb even higher. The Commission's 2021 compliance report put Life at the top of the repeat offender list. Source: every audit uncovers new omissions, every omission triggers another warning, and once a regulator names a brand, the dominoes start falling. Stock tanks, shelves empty, complaints flood in. Then the internal memos surfaced. An investigative team at Stuff uncovered chatter where Life's marketing squad admits the studies behind key claims are thin, yet still greenlit the copy. Source: translation: the white label isn't just packaging, it's a legal force field. Picture this: you grab a bottle that screams soothe stiff joints, trust the clinical vibe, pop it daily, and weeks later your energy crashes. Turns out there's an undisclosed additive messing with your thyroid meds. That exact chain of events is plastered across Consumer NZ's latest case files. Source: legal eagles say the fallout won't stop at fines. The Commission can slap injunctions, demand court-ordered fixes, and if the pattern keeps going, even press criminal charges. Their press blast lands like a gavel: health claims on labels without proof. That's flat-out illegal. Source: so that pristine white label isn't just a design trick, it's the front line in a fight for honesty, safety, and trust. The whistle just blew, the dominoes are toppling, and the ripple effects are already reshaping how the supplement aisle does business. Stick around, we're tearing apart the receipts, walking the regulator's trail, and showing how a harmless-looking sticker can hide a mountain of lies that put your well-being on the line. The story's nowhere near over. New Zealand's rules for food supplements rank up there with the strictest on the planet. The Ministry of Health says any health claim must be backed by peer-reviewed evidence and worded so that an average shopper can grasp how certain the claim really is. Labels have to spell out the precise ingredient quantities, carry a note that the item isn't a drug, and steer clear of any phrasing that hints at curing or preventing illness unless the claim survived a thorough scientific review. Source: Life sits right at the summit of New Zealand's homegrown supplement scene. The 2021 Compliance Monitoring Report flagged the firm as one of the top companies with recurring labeling violations, a sign that its product line touches a big chunk of the country's adult market. Source: its branding leans hard on buzzwords: advanced formula, clinically proven, all natural, all promising fast-track results. Ads, whether you spot them in grocery aisles, on a website, or flashing on TV, keep hammering performance outcomes instead of being crystal clear about the ingredients. That tactic mirrors a wider industry swing where catchy marketing copy, not hard-won science, steers what shoppers buy. The boundary separating an allowed claim from a banned one is razor thin, and Life tiptoes along it by swapping exact wording for fuzzy qualifiers. Take the Life Immune Boost bottle. The front shout-out says clinically proven to support immune health, yet the back panel footnote meekly adds studies suggest a possible benefit. The term clinically proven is regulated, meaning NZ law demands a full-scale clinical trial with statistically significant outcomes. Source: When you pair that with studies suggest, the label builds a visual promise the fine print simply can't back up. You see the same play on the Nutrilife Joint Flex label. Scientifically formulated for joint comfort, sits beside a disclaimer that it may help maintain normal joint function according to limited research. That visual hierarchy, big, bold claims up front, tiny fine print qualifiers tucked away, matches the pattern the Commerce Commission highlighted in its 2022 enforcement notice. Source: Dr. Maya Patel, a nutrition scientist at the University of Auckland, breaks down why those word choices are downright deceptive. Consumers take clinically proven as a guarantee, not a suggestion, she says. The legal line between proven and suggested disappears the moment they share a package. It plants a false sense of efficacy that can sway buying habits, particularly among older adults hunting for health security. Patel's take mirrors consumer advocacy research showing that hidden ingredients and exaggerated benefits raise the odds of misuse. Source: Put a side-by-side visual of compliant and non-compliant packaging next to each other, and the gap jumps out. The compliant sample, lifted from a ministry-approved supplement, shows the ingredient list in a tidy table, offers a precise claim, may support healthy blood sugar levels, and cites a peer-reviewed study, all using the same font size. By contrast, the non-compliant Nutrilife label slaps the bold claim, clinically proven energy booster, at the top, tucks the qualifier based on limited research into a tiny 6-point font at the bottom corner, and leaves out any reference to the supporting study. The visual heft of the claim outweighs the disclaimer on purpose, a tactic the Commerce Commission called misleading in its 2022 press release. Source: Internal emails dug up by Stuff's investigative crew show Nutrilife's marketing team knew the scientific backing for many claims was thin, yet they pushed forward, leaning on the idea that studies suggest was acceptable under existing guidance. Source: That confession underscores a calculated gamble. The firm levers a regulatory loophole that tolerates vague qualifiers, betting most shoppers won't bother with the fine print. The recurring violation pattern flagged in the 2021 Compliance Monitoring Report hints this isn't a one-off slip, but a systematic label design play. Put it all together and the picture is clear. New Zealand's health claim rules call for solid evidence and transparent labeling, but Nutrilife exploits linguistic loopholes to spin unproven perks as if they were almost factual. Next up, we'll look at how regulators reacted: legal moves, product recalls, and the wider ripple effect on consumer trust. Last month's Commerce Commission final report zeroes in on three particular parts of Nutrilife's label compliance: sections 3.2, 4.5, and 7.1, saying the firm fails to meet the evidence standards required for health claims. Source: Looking at section 3.2, the Commission calls out the advanced immunity blend claim, pointing out that the studies cited fall short of the ministry's mandatory evidence threshold. Source: Section 4.5 tackles the pure protein plus packaging, which touts a high-protein claim but skips the needed quantitative breakdown, a violation first spotlighted in the 2021 Compliance Monitoring Report. Source: Finally, Section 7.1 slams the white label redesign that swaps bold health statements for a plain white background, a move the regulator dubs plain language masking, aimed at dodging scrutiny. At the heart of the issue is a gray area definition baked into the current nutrient content claim regulations. The law defines a nutrient content claim as any wording that suggests a product contains a particular amount of a nutrient, yet it leaves wiggle room when such claims are coupled with vague qualifiers like supports or helps maintain. Nutrilife leans on that loophole, pairing a scientifically flimsy claim with a stripped-down label that sidesteps the exact phrasing the law forbids. The Commission's warning is stark. This is illegal, and it comes with a menu of possible penalties, from mandatory corrective advertising to a cease and desist order, and if the breach continues, prosecution under the Fair Trading Act. Nutrilife's public reply, rolled out the day after the report, paints the controversy as a misunderstanding of labeling standards. The firm then announced an immediate rebranding of the contested products, pledging new white label designs that will clearly reflect the scientific basis of our formulations. Yet internal emails that Stuff obtained show Nutrilife's marketing crew knew the scientific backing was insufficient long before the labels hit the press. Source: The memo, dated 6 months before the release, told copywriters to soften the claim language while keeping the visual punch of the original health promise. Consumer NZ layers on another warning, telling shoppers that hidden ingredients like proprietary blends tucked under the white background pose genuine health risks. Source: The group urges regulators to tighten the definition of a nutrient content claim and to enforce tougher disclosure rules. Should the Commission act on its enforcement options, Nutrilife could face a mandatory product recall, a public correction campaign, and a fine still unquantified but described in past Commission actions as substantial enough to deter repeat violations. The drama unfolds as the regulator's legal speak collides with Nutrilife's marketing agility. The loophole that once shielded the company now acts as its Achilles heel, laid bare by a cascade of official findings, investigative reporting, and consumer advocacy. What's crystal clear is that the white label facade, once a clever disguise, has turned into a billboard for the Commission's stern reminder. Deceptive health claims aren't just unethical, they're illegal. At its heart, the labeling gap Nutrilite exploited lets a fuzzy health vow slide through as a legally sound boast, so regular buyers end up carrying the fallout. The Commerce Commission's crackdown proved how a blank white, no claims seal can hide unproven perks, a trick that chips away at faith in the whole vitamin aisle source. For shoppers, that means the bottle you grab might not match what the bold front label swears it does. The 2021 compliance report even tagged Nutrilite as a repeat player in this game, so it's not just one oddball, it's part of a bigger habit of fudging the fine print source. So what's the move? Dig into every ingredient list and challenge any promise that smells fishy. Next, tip off your national consumer squad. Most countries run tip lines for dodgy health ads. Finally, push for tougher rules by emailing your local reps and asking why they won't demand rock-solid proof, like the health ministry already lays out source. The Stuff Deep Dive dug up memos where Nutrilife's own marketers groaned that the science wasn't there to back the ads, a reminder that buyers have to stay on their toes source. Consumer NZ also chimes in, warning that sneaky extras can turn into real hazards, so reading before you buy isn't just smart, it's safe source. If this breakdown hit home, smash that subscribe button, toss this video to a friend, and scroll down for the full regulator file link. Catch you next week when we unpack another energy boost brand in hot water for allegedly pushing stims too hard. Don't blink, it drops fast.